Station did a phenomenal job breaking this down, and we're definitely gonna go into it. Mm-hmm.
So right, John. Now, let me say this to them and those and the naysayers, that as it relates to what transpired here and the cruelty that Andrew Holness utilized, right, creating the mayhem that he created, right, as it relates to the integrity.
Share the live, guys. Share the live. Let's go. Let's go.
Now, we are going to speak clearly of the audacity where Mr. Andrew Holness concerned. Mr. Holness, we realize that this is the pattern of your behavior. This is how a narcissist behave. When they are backed into a corner, they blame. The blame game is on. It's not me, and it's trying to shift from the responsibility.
Talk about it.
Normal behavior. It relates to the narcissistic tendency.
Yes.
And the audacity of Andrew Holness now claiming that he wanted to sue Mark Golding as a result of the clip that I just played. And you know what Andrew Holness is saying? He wants to sue Mark Golding because Mark Golding defamed his character. Now, Mr. Holness.
Do it all by yourself.
Mr. Holness, are you serious? And this is one of the reasons why Mystic Sensation had done a deep dive research to come and show the people, right, that when you're back into a corner, you talk about lawsuit and you always lose them.
Talk to him. Show you Let's go.
This is not the first time you threaten, right, lawsuit, and you have lost it. You have carried lawsuit and you have lost it. But we are
all right, so my moderators that are here, please remind the people to hit the like button on a perpetual basis, because I realize that that's a real problem. All right, we got 67 people watching, 76 people, whatever the number is, and the amount of people that hit the like button that's free is ridiculous. I only have 25 likes. I appreciate the 25 people that hit the like button, but I'm speaking to the rest of y'all. Please hit the like button. No? It's very fast and easy. It takes 1 second. Boop. That's it. Let's go.
Get down in that. But anyway, let me get to your audacity as it relates to your so-called lawsuit. I can tell you that you need to keep that in your back pocket. Now, without any delay, let us get to that Holness threatened legal action. Now, just imagine, Andrew Holness is talking about defamation of character. That's laughable.
He did all that by all. We did
all by himself.
Yes.
You know, Mr. Holness talking about defamation of character. My. Let's get into it. Prime Minister Holness threatens legal action against PNP members for defamatory statements. Wow. Laughable. Prime Minister Andrew Holness has instructed his attorneys to initiate a legal action against senior members of the People's National Party over comments about when he became aware of the Integrity Commission's probe into his finances. A statement from the Prime Minister's camp described the statement made during a press conference earlier on Thursday as defamatory and false. Let me tell you, you are going to eat back this statement. You are going to eat this statement. And no surprise, look who we have here endorsing the Prime Minister. Senator Abka Fitz-Henley, who always defended the Prime Minister in his wrongdoing, endorsing the $47 million that the Prime Minister spoke about in 2016, right? Obviously, endorsing wrong. Mr. Abka Fitz-Henley, your moral aptitude is flatline. Abka Fitz-Henley, a member of the Jamaica Labour Party Communication Task Force, confirmed the instruction issued to the Prime Minister legal team. Quote, open quote. The fact of the matter is the Prime Minister spoke the truth when he indicated to the media on August 17. I think Mr. Abka Fitz-Henley, wifey, is senile. Such a young man. And he's senile. Okay, let us move on.
You know what the truth is.
On August 17 last year, that he was not aware of any member of the Jamaica Labour Party being written to by the Integrity.
Yo, he gotta be senile to make a statement like that. You ain't lying.
Commission. They are under investigation for illicit enrichment. He added that the Prime Minister and JP leader takes his reputation very seriously.
Yeah.
Are you serious? Take your reputation seriously? It's as if the Prime Minister doesn't have 28 accounts.
It's Mark of 28 accounts.
It seems like it is Mark Golding who have 28.
And that me want to know too.
So then, which reputation that the Prime Minister is taking seriously? No, we start to have what we call alternative.
That's how it behaves.
So then, the lies.
Yeah, come on, guys, hit the like button. Thank you so much. Come on, let's go. Hit the like button.
And the truth becomes the lie. and will not allow members of the PNP to attempt to use false and malicious statements to malign his character in their desperate bid for political power. End of quote. And let me end him there. Let me end him there and get back to our wonderful people who visit us, because they are not wasting their time. Malign. Wow. All right. So then, Mark Olin held a press conference and spoke in tandem as it relates to how he mirrored or comprehended the Integrity Commission investigation. Now, Andrew Holness, you remember, let me remind you, this is Mystic Sensation, that we have done our research extremely properly, effectively, surgically. What I'm going to present to you, that Mark Olin done this press conference mirroring, as it relates to his comprehension, the Integrity Commission investigation findings. Now,
when he says mirroring, it means the statements that Mr. Mark Golding made are the exact statements that's in the report. He never added on anything. So how are you going to sue Mark Golding? Are you going to sue the Integrity Commission?
let me show you when you hold your press conference that the People's National Party did not threaten to sue you. Wifey, let us get back to Andrew Holness' press conference and show you what a narcissist he is, that when he back to account. But let me warn him, Andrew Holness, stand by. It is straight prison. Trust Mystic Sensation. So let me just show the people, right, as it relates to your press conference. Honey, get back there.
We don't feel comfortable sitting in Parliament with a Minister of Government who has openly accepted responsibility, who expresses no regret for the act, where a Commissioner of Parliament has confirmed that the act is corrupt and has referred it for prosecution, and that Minister shows no sign of wanting to resign, or the Prime Minister showing no signs of moving to dismiss the minister.
It's tools, hardware and supplies.
Sizzling summer sale.
Shop now and get your home.
With all the sympathy that one can have for support, this is embarrassing. Not only to the government as a party, not only the PNP, but to the government, to Jamaica, to all of us. Our heads bow this morning with this sort of reaction.
Hey, this video did not age well. So, what y'all tell me, say? With the wake of the IC report coming out, the JLP heads of state have their heads held high, comparing Hazard situation to Andrew Holness. It's apples and oranges. They are not the same in terms of the level of which the possibility of guilt could be for Andrew Holness in this situation compared to Mr. Hazard. All right, let's keep it a buck.
So we have to take
Oh my
firm
God.
action in this regard. It is a dark day for Jamaica, where the Prime Minister is unwilling or afraid to act against a minister in which the public has lost total confidence, and in which the institutions of the society are all agree that this person does not enjoy
Jonathan, big up.
or faith, and has breached the confidence that the people have placed in them.
So Andrew Holness, if you're not breach confidence that people in Jamaica, with the understanding of the Integrity Commission report at the time when you actually knew about being investigated and what you actually said after knowing, you don't think the Jamaican people are well within their rights to have no confidence in your position as a leader of this country?
I believe that this has the potential, if it continues, to bring down the entire government.
Take it away. My fellow Jamaicans, the clip that I had just displayed is a reflection of Henry Morgan and company. Who? Henry Morgan and company. Now let me ask Andrew Holness, do you think that Mark Olin should sit in the Parliament with you, having the revelation coming out as it relates to the Integrity Commission report of what we are seeing here, the atrocities that you have committed against the Jamaican people.
But what
Who-
did Azan do for him to go and have that press conference?
Exactly. Who you have tricked in voting for you. Who you have now thrown poison on. Let us proceed. It is getting a little bit more interesting. Now, where we go from here? Let us take Jamaica Prime Minister Andrew Holness and his controversial. Let us dig into that. Because tonight, my Jamaican people, we are going to take a turn. A unique turn that we are going to take. Right? Let me just speak to the people for a while before you present. Tonight, where we are going to take a unique turn in the program tonight. Yes. Jamaican people, let me say this to you. SSL is a big factor. Nigel Clark could not withstand the pressure of SSL. Let me talk to the people before I go any further. Andrew Holness, what is about to reveal, let me say this to people. That FID is now going to get to two things. Two prongs of the investigation that is going to proceed by faith. One, tax deviation. And two, illicit enrichment. My people, know keenly that none of this, as it relates to tax deviation or illicit enrichment, that the corruption prosecutor ruled on. The corruption prosecutor did not rule on the many variations of his investigations that also extended in money laundering. So Andrew Holness, you don't fool the people. Parliament, you don't come out and shape a narrative. Spin machine, don't shape that narrative. The corruption prosecutor only speaks on those 4 accounts. The most minute of them all. Because the corruption prosecutor knows very well that this time, then the meteorological meter to measure a hurricane. What we are looking at coming forward to you, Andrew Holness, and you know that. The Parliament knows that. And your wife knows as well. That we are looking on a category 6 of the Richter scale. It cannot be measured. That is what is coming to you. Now let me begin. Now let us get into the Jamaica Prime Minister Andrew Holness and his controversy. Let us dig into that because we are going to take a unique turn tonight. Now, yes, let us dig into that later. All right, just give you some time, people, while he's searching for it. Did you get the information already?
Okay.
All right, so that information is coming up. Okay.
This is
Yes.
Right. Just let me see.
All right.
The title may not be the same as you write on the paper.
Okay. We're coming up with that clip, right? I just don't want my viewers to be distracted, right? Sometimes, you know, it depends on the naming. It poses some difficulty, but you know, with me,
I'll try to find the article.
So I just want you to stay tuned, right? Because tonight we are going to get into what we call deep waters with Andrew Holness. This program tonight is going to show you, right, some serious corruption.
SSL people, remember SSL. Bright ideas, what's going on? Salute to you.
Yeah, that's what it is.
So,
Guys,
what,
remember
before we
click
play
the
this
like
clip, let me explain the reason why I'm playing this clip. Now, what we are going to do, my Jamaican people, is to show you the conundrum that Andrew Holness in as a result of where the Integrity Commission investigators focus their investigation. If you notice, the Integrity Commission investigators focus their investigation on the 2021 statutory declaration. That is the key focus. However, what we are to understand that this statutory declaration for 2021, it affected previous statutory declaration. And it's going to affect, of course, any statutory declaration going forward. So one of the reasons why I have to peel back the onion is to show you why it is going to affect, right, previous statutory declarations as well. Now, for us to have an understanding of the investigation, we have to go back now to what we call the foundation of the investigation. So I'm teaching the people. We are going back to the foundation of the investigation as to how did we get here with the Prime Minister and all of what.
Shout out to Kimon. She said, who is the current DPP? How you doing, Kimon? Raslin Swaby, big up. I don't know who's the current DPP, you know, and that's a very good question. We move on for the real quickly the Azan story, because see, you know, sometimes you don't know about these things, so it's better if you go and do the research. Yeah. So Azan shoots back at political corrupt label, right? This is the story right here, ladies and gentlemen. That's it. That's all it says. Well, Hassan actually went to court. So there was a process with Hassan, right? Hassan actually went to court, ladies and gentlemen. What I'm going to do is, Lord have mercy, I'm going to find these articles, links, and I'm going to put them in the description of the video when it's posted. Alright? But Hassan actually went to court. The Prime Minister has not gone to court yet about these claims. That is the major difference. But let's continue. And Hassan actually won in court, right? And was reinstated as whatever he was doing at the time with the PMP, right? Let's go. Oh shit, my bad.
We have seen. Let me explain it. We have gotten here as a result of what happened in 2016. What happened in 2016?
Please explain.
In 2016, Zara Burton, who actually listened to the campaign political rhetoric from Peter Phillips, accusing Andrew Holness, right, as it relates to, you know, his curiosity of Andrew Holness was just getting this for his pay, but yet was able to buy a land for X amount of dollars beyond out of the scope of his pay.
Right.
So while that was on the campaign trail, Zara Burton, one of the best investigators, let me have it. Zara Burton, if you're listening, big up to you, Zara. Zara Burton got wind of this information. And such a wonderful investigator.
Big up Zara Burton. I've only heard great things. Salute to her.
Right, decided to investigate. And my. Zara Burton investigation from 2016. People, what we have here today, presenting by the Integrity Commission investigation, is a result. So let me say this, is as a result of Zara Burton. Everything that is coming out now is Zara Burton hard, creative, investigative work that is coming out right now. However, Zara Burton, right, did not push in deep into SSL. I am going to push in deep in SSL. So guess what?
Hey, like the video, guys. Like the video. Trust me. Yo, Mystic Sensation did his thing on this one, boy. Make sure y'all go over there and sub up to Mystic Sensation, boy. Woo! If you ain't seen this video yet, boy.
Let us get back to the foundation. We want people to understand holistically,
yeah,
what transpired then and now. Without any delay, let us get into Zara Burton, 18 degrees now. There's the magazine. Land Baron Charles has no moral ground and wish to stand to criticize anyone. They prove how little they care about Jamaicans, especially poor Jamaicans. Daisy, 100% agree with you. Their moral attitude has been flatlined. All right, let us get into that. Let us get into that.
Shout out to Paula. What's up,
18
Paula?
degrees now. Let us get into that.
Poor man must build his castle. Every poor man must build him big house.
He became Jamaica's newest prime minister despite controversy about his big house.
Join us in a partnership for prosperity.
Valerie!
We uncover a trail of property purchases and
Hey, pretty brown eyes, what's up?
What up, baby?
Shout out to pretty brown eyes. She must be sipping on that white wine. I don't know what that name is. Billa? She said hi, Billa. Shout out to my girl Valerie, God favor. What's up, love? You good? Let's continue.
and asked, is Andrew Holness paying his part?
Is that why you don't pay the property taxes on the home?
What the Prime Minister didn't want you to know before the election. And later, Holness sounds the warning on corruption to his new cabinet.
Corruption will not be tolerated in this country.
But does his own record raise questions when it comes to awarding public contracts?
When each side is in government, there are uncomfortable levels of awarding of contracts to persons who are either political supporters, campaign financiers, or other connected parties.
We reveal how Holness signed off on taxpayer money for a contract to his associates on this episode of 18 Degrees North.
Before you buy life insurance, make sure it has the ability to pay you while you're still alive.
We're going to take you on a global journey with us as we focus on Caribbean stories that have global impact. We begin our show with Jamaica's newest Prime Minister, Andrew Holness. During the 2016 general elections, his house became front and center. The public, and perhaps more so the ruling People's National Party, they wanted to know why a St. Lucian company owned his house and where he got the money, since news reports had put its value at about $2 million, a figure Holness has not confirmed. After all, Holness had been a politician most of his professional life, didn't come from money, and his salary at the time was just over $60,000 each year, not counting allowances. Holness answered several of the questions asked, but we at 18 Degrees North had others. What we found was an interesting series of property purchases and an uneven playing field when...
What up, Ryan? Salute to Ryan Campbell in the building. Salute, Blue. What's going on? Beat and cheat. Salute.
...comes to personal tax matters. It also shed light on the relationship between Jamaican politicians and their associates in the awarding of public contracts. We're staying right here in Jamaica at 18 Degrees North and 77 Degrees West.
The Labour Party believe that every poor man must build his castle. Every poor man must build him big house. And we not grudge of it. We are going to help you to achieve that. That is why we say education be free, health be free, and we must make the place secure so you can live and enjoy yourself.
Is education free? How good is the health system right now? I'm just asking, but go ahead, let's go.
This is the house, built on 3/4 of an acre, complete with stone-cut wall, in the exclusive Beverly Hills neighborhood just outside Kingston. It's a huge upgrade from where Jamaica's newest Prime Minister and then opposition leader Andrew Holness says he was born.
I was born in a 2-bedroom boardhouse at 56 Cumberland Road in a Spanish town. My father is still a farmer, and my mother is a retired civil servant.
Property records show the Beverly Hills land was purchased by a St. Lucian-based company, ADMAT Incorporated, for $300,000 in 2011, 3 months before Holness became Prime Minister of Jamaica for the first time, and when he was Minister of Education. There's no mortgage listed. In a statement, Holness says he's a sole director of ADMAT and a shareholder, along with his 2 sons, Adam and Matthew. Holness says he got the money from funds in his accounts at 2 of Jamaica's investment banks and used his savings, salary, loans, and credit from suppliers established through his wife, who is a real estate developer, to build a house, costing him approximately $52 million, or around $525,000. He says a St. Lucian structure was used for estate planning. His attorney, Patrick Bailey, says there's that, and the additional potential benefit of avoiding transfer taxes.
If the house at Beverly Hills is the only asset and he was selling it, he would simply sell the company, sell the shares. The company would have its shareholding transferred from him and his children to the new purchasers, whereas the title would remain unchanged because the new purchaser will be the owners of ADMAT and be the owners of the property. So in that case, there's no transfer from one entity to another. So
because I'm favored by God. Like, when I see people's lives and stuff, I don't even look at them. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to look at nothing I don't want to have.
At Beat and Teach, subscribe to the channel.
Hey, big up Beat and Teach. Respect. Hey, guys, yeah, sub up to the Bolo V&R clips, alright? Let's go. What happened? Oh, my bad.
Civil society activist Carol Narcisse says the leader of the country shouldn't be trying to avoid taxes.
Especially if you're a prime minister and you're telling your citizens that they need to conform to the regulatory environment that you have designed, that you do not think you can adhere to, because it is inimical to your interest to adhere to it, or inimical to the interest of your children's future to adhere to it, then there is a major, there's a major inconsistency there that you need to explain.
Join us in a partnership for prosperity. Let's change Jamaica for the better. Choose prosperity.
Does he own other entities in there, in ADMAT?
In ADMAT? Yeah. I think he has at least one other property in ADMAT.
And where is that?
That is in somewhere in the Arcadia area. Right.
And that's considered land or also?
It's an apartment. Actually, he's now in the process of selling that unit. He owes suppliers, because suppliers gave him credit for the house he's building in Beverly Hills.
And the source of funds for that was what?
That one, I can't recall all of those details, but I seem to remember that he's always used that house that he lives in and get loans and that sort of thing.
We checked the title for the property, where Bailey says both Holness and his wife lived at the time of our interview, and found no additional loans or mortgages other than those originally taken out in
Yeah, that brother is no longer a lawyer. He's disbarred, by the way. Just for context, this was years ago. Let's continue.
2002, when they bought the house for $7 million Jamaican dollars, around $144,000 back then. So you were satisfied then with the source of the funds in both cases?
Oh, absolutely. He saved in US stocks and amongst his portfolio. So he was saving because these are savings.
Wow, shout out to Kimon. Kimon Green says, when you sacrifice one of the illicit 8 for the rest of them, you'll never know all the 7. That is a great point. People, we need to, first of all, like and share the video. Share this video with 10 people. One of them is gonna hit the link. I'm telling you, this is gonna be an amazing show today. Yeah, so if you keep your eye on Andrew Holness, you're gonna take your eye off the other 7 that's under investigation. We need to know all 7. All right, because that is going to uncover a lot of things. How much other people are linked with those 7 people? Come on now. Ask yourself the question, baby. Ask yourself the question, baby. I'm just saying. Think about that.
Is that savings from him alone or him and his wife?
I don't know that level of personal detail. That's today. I don't know that level.
Of what you know, is there any evidence?
I know of nothing. I know of nothing else that he owns in relation to Admat.
Okay.
He currently owns that.
He's getting very uncomfortable in this interview. Look at his body language.
We checked the title for the Acadia property and found that it was indeed purchased by the same solution company Admat Incorporated in 2008, again when Holness was Minister of Education. The price tag, 16 million Jamaican dollars, around 219,000 US back then, and again, no mortgage was listed. Further, we also checked whether Admat owned additional properties and found one more. A half-acre lot, also built in Beverly Hills on Wycliffe Close in February 2009, also when Holness was Minister of Education, price tag, around 15 million Jamaican dollars, almost 173,000 US dollars, and again, no mortgage listed.
Hi, my name is...
So you've never heard of this Wycliffe Close property before today?
Let me put it this way. I have never handled, and when I look at the transfer, I see the names of lawyers who I know. And he's entitled to have more than one lawyer. We all have to eat.
So all told, when it comes to properties, there's the Great House Boulevard home that Holness and his wife bought with a mortgage while Holness was a mere member of parliament, and in the 4 years he was Minister of Education, earning the equivalent of around 60,000 US dollars per year, or 90,000 with allowances. There was the Arcadia apartment, no mortgage listed. The land at Wycliffe Close in Beverly Hills, no mortgage listed. The land for the Shenstone Beverly Hills house he's building, no mortgage listed. And around 525,000 US dollars spent building the house in the 3 years after Holness's Jamaica Labour Party lost the election in 2011. Holness, through a member of his team, said he wouldn't comment on the source of funds for any of his properties before the election, but even after, he didn't. He also said he would make his financial statement public at the end of March 2016, but he didn't, despite several calls to Juliet Holness, a property developer, chartered accountant.
Now, we gotta put this into context. This man has been moving shiesty from the very first time he won the first election. This goes way beyond this present revelation. He's been hiding shit since 2016. Why wasn't he open about his property taxes since then? Why did he say after the elections he's gonna be open about it? You know why? Because it would hurt his chances of winning the election. It's all about winning. Yeah, we need to know, Lily. You're absolutely right. We need to know.
And newly elected member of parliament, she didn't get back to us.
We will again reduce transfer taxes, stamp duties, and estate taxes.
What about property taxes?
No, he has to pay property tax.
At the time of our initial checks in the 2 weeks before the election, the house in Beverly Hills had an outstanding balance since 2013 on the tax administration's website. Amount, about $174,000 or US $1,400 approximately. Property taxes on the Wycliffe Close land in Beverly Hills were listed as not having been paid since 2009, a total of about $175,000 or US around $1,400. And the Great House Boulevard home that he owned with his wife Juliet, that was listed as outstanding since 2014, owing Jamaicans $64,000 or about 526 US dollars. We call the tax administration to confirm. Volume is 1118.
Andrew Holness?
Yeah.
The amount is $64,000 outstanding and $50 for 2 years.
All in, Holness or his entities were listed at the time as owing almost 413,000 Jamaican dollars, around 3,400 US dollars. It wasn't clear.
Damn! This man allegedly had a property tax bill of almost $500,000. Do you know how much Jamaicans don't have $500,000? Yo, that's crazy.
If there were any amounts owing for the apartment at Arcadia Drive. Caroline Hay, former Deputy Director of Public Prosecution, says, in general, no leader should be backed up on their taxes. We did not ask her specifically about Holness.
No public official ought to be behind on their taxes. You are in a position when you're a public official in a position of trust, and one would imagine an example to the nation as to what values we want in positions of leadership.
Days after 18 Degrees North brought it to Holness's attention, and before the election,
I totally agree with her, and I'm glad And shout out to this this journalist. I'm glad she did not ask about Andrew Holness specifically. On an ethical level, as a public servant, as the leader of the country, whatever tenets you would want the citizens to live by, right? You should be living by it. You have to be the example. This is what I said. A person that's going to be the leader of the country needs to be somebody that is a person that deals with the creator. The creator has to be their guide, because that's the ultimate leader. You understand? And he would not be moving like this, in my opinion, if he was you know, that type of person. Really and truly.
The tax administration's website reflected zero balances for the 2 Beverly Hills properties at Shenstone Drive and Wycliffe Close. However, taxes on the house he owned with his wife were still listed as owing as of our last.
Hey, Roslyn, we get into it. Trust me, we get into it, Roslyn. We get into it.
Last check, March 18th, 2016, even as he became Prime Minister of Jamaica for a second time.
That I will be faithful and bear true allegiance to Jamaica.
Coming up on 18 Degrees North, too close for comfort? How Andrew Holness signed off on taxpayers' money for a contract to his associates. 18 Degrees North just uncovered a trail of property purchases linked to Jamaica's newest Prime Minister, Andrew Holness. Now see how that trail led us down another path, that of government contracts awarded to his associates.
That is funny, honey. That's funny. Oh my God, that is
Corruption
funny.
will not be tolerated in this government.
The property at Wycliffe Close in Beverly Hills remains an open lot today. As it turns out,
Alright, if you couldn't hear me, hey B, me no want ya talk about y'all, you know. You've been telling y'all Andrew Holness a thief from then, you know, from 2016. You know, it's that word y'all. You better tell me who you're telling us. Alright? You did have a platform I was not watching. And me never in a no sitting with you. You never tell me anything. Hey, listen, me no want ya mix me up in a bridging. I understand our sister. I don't know if I'm bridging our sister. Something I said, do you remember the conflict of interest between business partner DPP said he should not be charged because it's after 1 year? Yes! Hey, Kim Won, if you have an article, let me can pull that up, send it to me. Send me the link to the article.
the owner, Andrew Holness' ADMAT Incorporated, applied to the National Environmental Planning Agency to build townhouses in 2010, but that application was turned down. Representing ADMAT in this application was one Robert Garvin.
Robert Garvin is not a director in any way, shape, or form of ADMAT.
No, he's not.
But why would Robert Garvin's name then appear on an application to the land development?
Because the acting as agent is in the process. That's not unusual.
According to Company's Office records, Robert Garvin is or was a director of other entities affiliated with Andrew or Juliet Holness: Positive Jamaica Foundation Limited, Sunshine Mobile, West Central St. Andrew Trust Limited, Omega Bridge Finance, and the now removed Toledo Taxi Service.
Who is Robert Garvin?
Garvin?
Robert.
All right. So we want to stop it there. Now, the reason why I played that clip as it relates to 18 Degrees North is to show you that the Integrity Commission investigation is now mirroring, right, most of what we have displayed investigation done by Zara. Now, guess what, my Jamaican people? Before I go there, let me say something. As a result of what we've seen, right, there are 4 items that we're going to pull from that as it relates to the IT report and it now moving over to bids. So what we looked at on the report, we realized that several of these companies owned by Andrew Holness, no taxes has been paid. Just like what Zara Burton picked up from.
Wow, so there's an actual recurring Pat W Wagwan Mama big up. So there's a pattern he's showing you, you know. So even the companies that he's a part of allegedly is having the problems are choosing not to pay tax. Allegedly. That's what I say allegedly. Mighty God.
2016. So then, what we see there, the tendency flows steadily that Andrew Holness deliberately not wanting to pay tax, and then he's asking the Jamaican people to pay tax and heavily tax us as it relates to IMF austerity measures. Can you imagine? While Andrew Holness is dodging from tax.
Mighty God.
So what I told there, 2016, Zuckerberg investigated him, found out that he was dodging tax. Now the Integrity Commission, let us move forward away from 2016 up until today as we speak, when the Integrity Commission released the report and what the Integrity Commission found. Whoops! Very same thing that Zara had found in 2016. The Prime Minister explained himself out of that. Evidence number one, you are a tax dodger while you are asking our Jamaicans to pay tax and pressuring our Jamaicans to pay tax as it relates to IMF austerity measures. This is vicious, this is wicked by the Prime Minister. Number two, what we get from that, we are seeing illicit enrichment via the illegal awarding of contracts. Now, within that, what we are seeing as it relates to the Integrity Commission investigation report, right, as it relates to Tuesday, when Rattigan and myself looking on roughly about 3 to 4 accounts, right, where the Prime Minister have these accounts from as late as, what was it, 2005, I believe, from 2005, having these accounts, and only have might be what, 2 or 3 transactions going through those. So simple means those are those are mediums for money laundering. Very serious situation, right? That the Prime Minister account share, I think it is being utilized, right, for a money laundering mechanism. Why would the Prime Minister took out these accounts and not utilizing them? Doesn't make sense.
Yeah, no. It don't.
4, the misappropriation of...
Yo, you gotta admit, he's connecting the dots very, very expertly. And none of it makes no sense. What the hell you got 28 accounts for, bro? And people are gonna play that down like that's not really something. I showed y'all a video of how they do money laundering in like with the drug cartels. There was an actual case, right? And there was a FBI agent, I believe, that infiltrated himself within the cartel as somebody that was helping to launder money for them. And that's how he took down the organization, because he got all the names of who is who, all the corrupt cops, all the corrupt politicians. He connected all of it, right? So I'm not saying that Holness is in money laundering, but when you look at those cases of the past and you look at the stuff that is going on with his situation, they mirror each other. I'm gonna use Mr. Mystic Sensation terminology. They really be mirroring each other. That shit looks suspicious as hell. You understand what I'm saying? That is no joke. That's really, really serious. All right?
Charity donation, which is very wicked. Now, just imagine, people, that during the COVID crisis, right, the 2020 and the 2021, right, the height of the pandemic, external help was aided to us. What the Prime Minister did, work that through his company and pocket, convert that money to his personal use. Because
hey, as long as the person is not being disrespectful, they are more than welcome to type in the chat, even if they are supporting Andrew Holness. All they're doing is exposing their lack of integrity after the evidence that is being shown. They really look bad coming on platforms and trying to defend Andrew Holness. They really, really look bad. Yo, I swear to God.
Embezzlement. That is embezzlement. The Prime Minister committing these atrocities against the Jamaican people who he is now seeking a third term. People, I want you to understand the atrocity that the Prime Minister, right, is meeting out to us Jamaicans and claiming that he loves Jamaica. We are going to get into the art of the matter.
Let's go.
Now, let me show you. We are seeing that. Why did Mystic Sensation come here? Let me explain to you why I came here. The Prime Minister jumped out as it relates to Mark Golden, went out on the campaign trail, went out and not campaign trail, went out on his press conference and he spoke on his conference reflecting the Integrity Commission investigation report. Andrew Holness threatened a lawsuit. People, what I'm going to tell you now, this is where our investigation begins tonight.
Yes.
And we are going to start our investigation. Okay.
The man
Nicholas
laid
Bailey, 32,000.
More to pay attention and listen, you know. The man laid down the thing, you know. The man go and show you, say, boom. The man avoid. First, you make you know, so the man say he never know. Same under investigation, which according to the reports of the Integrity Commission, that is a lie. He show you the pattern of him and whether it is a lack of wanting to pay tax or is being tardy about paying tax, right? But the tax, according to the investigation, was not paid. Him even sue the girl. Miss the lady will do the investigation. Him even sue the girl to try to take down the video. Where you see, Naratigan, Mystic Sensation, right? Him even sue the girl where you see the video where he plays. Sandra Plunkett, big up. Right? And that never worked. The girl win the case. That's why the video never take down off a YouTube or anywhere did it. Because it was not deemed as she was being vindictive. She actually did a good investigation. And the evidence is what it is. Then now, after the Integrity Commission report come out, you find say not only does Andrew Holness have an issue with paying taxes, but the companies them is associated with having the same issue. There is a pattern. Now we are going to go to SSL, right? We are going to SSL now. So want to follow, you know, because Mystic Sensation is doing a phenomenal job, right? I'm wanting to go over there, go subscribe to Mystic Sensation if you're not yet subscribed and you really want to follow what is going on in Jamaica, where they are overseas. You find the story interesting, go and sub up to Mystic Sensation. Let's continue.
US, Andrew, Steve, over 8 years. Me not care that, all right, PNP, millions like
it's just this mindset that instead of Andrew received $32,000 over 8 years, and him not care about that, instead of supporting. These are the type of people that we are dealing with.
All right,
from a Jamaica candidates.
All right, hold on, put him up on the screen where people can see it. First, you should be big time.
Come on.
Just move on.
Yeah, man, move on, man. We don't have time for that.
Now, let us get to what I am saying. Get back on track here.
Yeah,
people, they're not going to waste time for me to answer that first.
Just to show the mindset of people.
Exactly where you're going on. But, you know, the people, they are here. They don't want to spend time on that. Yeah. Now, Henry, let us get in terms of what I'm saying. Now, just imagine that Margolin came out and spoke in reflection of the Integrity Commission report. That is the reason why Margolin has been speaking, right? And addressing the situation and saying to the Prime Minister, if the Prime Minister has any moral left, any inch of morality left, he should step away like a decent person.
Yep.
And don't stand in the way to interrupt investigation. Don't stand.
The problem is that it's not just him not have no moral and no nothing about him. It's the entire JLP party at this point. And the reason why I say that is because none of them have come out and said publicly, no, this is not good for the party. And Mr. Andrew Holness, I mean, them not even resign. I would resign. I would not be standing beside a man that is in this position. I would not be vocalizing any support for him at all. They have no integrity, in my opinion. Not even one of them. I was holding out for hope, but it is quite clear to me that none of the people that's a part of that parliament and it has any integrity. Them don't sign the code of conduct, none of that. Them don't have no integrity, brother. Them all about into supporting these types of weird activities in regards to illicit enrichment. So I cannot stand with any of them.
Prime Minister Andrew Holness, let me speak to you. If, sir, that you are innocent and you want people to believe that you are innocent, please be professional, please be ethical, and most of all, morally inclined by step aside and allow the investigation to be done without your interruption.
Yes.
If you are innocent, you wouldn't want to interrupt the process. So you being there and reinforcing and trying to use might, right? It is telling us and telling Jamaican that you are guilty and you have everything to hide. be a decent person.
No man, I 7 more. Remember I say I 8 enough. Remember I say I 8 people under investigation enough. So one did it, we're done, the report come out, and now you have 7 more left.
And allow the investigation to flow. If you have confidence in your innocence, step aside, sir.
Step aside now.
If you're confident, if your parliament and person who are defending you has any moral inclination, they should say to you, Prime Minister, based on the investigation, based on the allegation, this allegation is extremely serious. They are accusing you of money laundering. They are accusing you of misappropriation of funds. They're accusing you of illicit enrichment. Sir, Mr. Prime Minister, can you step aside and allow the investigation to flow?
Simple.
If you are innocent.
And the reason why that is important, ladies and gentlemen, is because the same government has to fund the entities that is investigating Mr. Holness. And the question is, why would Andrew Holness have any interest having the power to choose whether or not he wants to fund these entities? If I was under investigation by them for solicit enrichment, and I was in my own self-interest, I would not be sending any money to them for them to investigate me, right? So that in itself, there's so much reasons why Andrew Holness should resign immediately, with immediate effect. So many reasons why.
We will understand that if you decide not to step away, but stay there to interfere and interject, we know that you are not innocent, but we will speak to you at the ballot.
Exactly.
We will speak to you at the ballot. We will make our finger speak. Let me get back on track. Now, let us get to what we're talking about as relates to Zara Burton, right? That when Zara Burton, my people, let me speak to you. As it relates to what the Prime Minister have done, because the Prime Minister want to use some deflection, right, divergent tactics, and talking about suing Mark Golden. Andrew Holness, when Zara Burton came out with the investigation, Andrew Holness also threatened to sue Zara Burton. And he threatened to sue Zara Burton. Andrew Holness did sue Zara Burton. I am going to show you what happened to that. That's why I know, let me say, people, Andrew Holness know very well that if this case put into the judiciary, he's going to be convicted. The reason why I'm going to say it is the clip that I'm going to play right now. These clips that I'm going to play is going to show you that Andrew Holness knows very well that if this case goes into the judiciary, he is going to be convicted. I am 160% sure. Now, I am going to use Zara Burton. He tried to sue Zara Burton, and guess what? He had lost the case. And this is one of the reasons why the clip that I played still on social media. Andrew Holness tried to sue Zara Burton to take down the clip.
Hey, Pretty Brown Eyes is still in the building. Oh man.
From social media, Andrew Holness, you have
Wagwan cutting edge.
Lost the case. You have taken Zara Burton to the Supreme Court, and you have lost the case. So what I'm telling the Jamaican people, since you have lost that case with Zara Burton, if you put this case into the court, if the Fed put this case in the court, Andrew Holness, you are going to be convicted. You are going to be convicted. Let me show the proof where you took Zara Burton to court, and I'm going to show the proof where you have lost the case. Simply means that the Supreme Court looked at certain evidence and gave Zara Burton the right to continue to have the clip on social media. Andrew Holness, what you have done is coming home to you. It's just a matter of time. This is what.
Hey, Mods, how the lights looking? How the lights looking? How the lights looking? We got 170 plus people watching. Can we get the lights up to 150? Can we get the likes to 150? Let's go.
I am going to bring forward to make the people see clearly that you have lost the case with Zara Burton. So when we hear you talking about you're going to sue Mark Golden, you know, I know, everybody know that you are just a mouthpiece and a distraction.
Embarrassing. He needs some milk.
Hello, guys.
Sad, bro. That shit's sad, bro.
Now, let us find a key. We're going to
let him cook. Let him cook now. Let him cook. I said let him cook.
A journalist's report has angered the Jamaican Prime Minister. The local media became a buzz Tuesday morning following the airing of television show 18 Degrees North on Television Jamaica Monday night. The show alleged that Prime Minister Andrew Holness's property taxes are in arrears, among other related accusations that the Prime Minister labels as libelous. In a statement Tuesday morning, Mr. Holness says, quote, I totally and completely reject the assertions, inferences and innuendos made in the television program 18 Degrees North, aired on TVJ on Monday, 30th May 2016. In particular, I wish to make it clear that all my property taxes are paid up to date, and I have never entered into any arrangement with the intent of evading any of Jamaica's tax laws or benefiting from public contracts. I view this matter seriously and have retained legal counsel, end quote. Meanwhile, attorney representing Prime Minister Holness, senior counsel Gordon Robinson, told VC News Team that what is being sought at this time is a retraction.
I'm writing to the producers of 18 Degrees North and to Television Jamaica to
Shout out to June Allison, big up. See? This is him showing you that Andrew Holness actually took legal action against Zara. Yeah.
ask them if they would be kind enough to offer some amends for the allegations that have been made. It depends on what Television Jamaica and 18 Degrees North producers do. If they offer amends and their apology and their retraction and they basically do the right thing, well then there'll be no need for a lawsuit. But I think it's safe to say that if they don't, that a lawsuit is inevitable. But they must first be given an opportunity to retract.
I don't have $1 million to spend on cameras, mics, and teleprompters.
Let me talk to Jamaican people. Well, Andrew Holness' lawyer came out and asked Zara Burton to retract the statement and take down the video. Zara Burton said, no, my investigation, right, is not malicious. I have done my investigation on a professional basis. And so then what Andrew Holness did, go and sue. And after he sued, he lost. Simple thing. That Zara Burton was being professional and what being stated.
Has Andrew Holness ever won a case in court? I'm just asking.
It's not malicious. I want Jamaican people to see this. Let us go to the next clip. Let us go to the next clip only. Let us show our Jamaican people. Jamaica Observer, negotiated resolution. All right. Now, people, let me read this for you to show you that Andrew Holness has lost the case. Negotiated resolution of Holness lawsuit against 18 Degrees North. The producers of 18 Degrees North announced that they have arrived at a negotiated resolution of a lawsuit filed by Prime Minister Andrew Holness against the television investigative journalism program. In a news release issued late Monday night, the producers, Zara Burton and Global Reporters for the Caribbean, LLC, said that after the airing of the program on May 30, 2016, which revealed certain facts, let us tell the Jamaican people, which reveal what? Certain facts regarding property purchases and construction by Holness, he filed a claim for libel in the Supreme Court against both producers and TVJ. Now, a defense was filed to the claim and the matter has been resolved. The producer said, adding that they were not motivated by any malice against Mr. Holness.
Big up Cara, sexy shorty. Big up.
Okay, let us take that away. And here we are, my Jamaican people, Zara Burton, and as such that Zara Burton was successful in that case, that is the reason why we still have the 18 Degrees North video on social media where you and I can use it and the Prime Minister cannot take it down. Because Andrew, you have lost the case. You have lost the case. Now, let us move into more serious investigation. This is where it is getting extremely serious. Now, let me talk to my people. Where am I going? Douglas Allen saying, no, get no third term. Me lose my bet. Now, my Jamaican people, where am I going? Now, where am I going is the cruelty. People, I want you to listen to me. The extreme cruelty of the Prime Minister as it relates to the Jamaican people. No regards for the Jamaican people. And I want to believe that's one of the reasons why the Prime Minister was used SOA, free will. Right? I believe that it's like Andrew Holness just naturally hate Jamaican people. For what reason, I don't know. The way how he behaved against Jamaican people. Because if you are caring for Jamaican people, here's a reason for my argument. If you are caring Prime Minister, why, as it relates to the pandemic, and you getting donations to the Jamaican people, why would you convert that to your personal use, knowing that many people and lost their lives.
Something not right, my wisdom warriors. Something is not right. Tell about them.
And many people were suffering. Why would you have done that? If you have any sympathy. Oh, so obviously, that is the reason why I'm saying that. Now, let us show you as it relates to Zara Burton's situation and how the Prime Minister responded in defending the situation, which he cannot defend. Let us go to this clip. Holness open house. And you are going to hear Andrew explain. But what you are not getting from Andrew while he, was explaining all of what I am going to show, Andrew Holness is not telling us the source of wealth. So I'm going to read the article, and you're going to realize within the article, Andrew Holness is just not justifying the source of wealth. Now let us go to the article. Holness open. Okay, good. Now, people, here Mr. Holness trying to justify, right, his illicit enrichment. Let me just put it, right, in plain terms so you can understand. Andrew Holness is trying to justify his illicit enrichment. Holness open out, JLP leader says he funded Beverly Hills home from savings, salary, suppliers, credit, and loans. This is what is going to put Andrew Holness in trouble with this investigation. This is what is going to put Andrew Holness in trouble with FIDS. Let me read back this paper. This is where.
So guys, this was an actual article in, is that the Gleaner? It looks like the Gleaner. Now, if further investigation finds that this statement that he publicly made is not true, it's gonna be something. Let me just plug this in real quick. For those that want to donate and support the platform, do remember that the link is pinned in the comment section. All right, donate to the PayPal, support your brother. All right, the other ways to support that is non-monetary is to hit the like button, share the live with 10 people, right, and comment respectfully in the comment section. All right, so there we go.
Andrew Holness is going to find himself in trouble with FIDS. Let us read. Holness open out. JLP leader says he funded Beverly Hills home from savings, salaries, suppliers, credit, and loans. None of this that Andrew Holness spoke about is true. This.
Hold on. That was a very good statement. On a real note, some people are willing to sell their vote out of ignorance. All our educated people have left in the country. Now, that's the point. That's why governments that are corrupt don't put enough effort into the education system, because when a person is dumbed down, when a person is ignorant, they are easier to control and to be die-hearted. When you're an intelligent person, you are not die-hearted to nothing. All right? Because if you see inconsistencies, you're going to call it out and you won't be afraid to. All right? Yeah. That die-hearted stuff need to go out the window, bro. Real talk.
Is lie that we are going to prove, and this is what is going to put Andrew Holness in deep conundrum. Let us move on. Opposition leader Andrew Holness has provided details on the funding of his multi-million-dollar house in Beverly Hills, said Andrew in an attempt to respond to a smear campaign he says the People's National Party is waging against him in the lead up to the February 25 general election. And remember, I said, people, this is where Zara Burton get the information from. Holness yesterday issued a late evening statement disclosing that, in quote, open quote, to date, the total cost of land preparation, construction, and landscaping is approximately $52 million spent over a period of 4 years, financed by my savings, salary, bank loans, and suppliers credit. People, the Integrity Commission investigation report had found none of this. Zara Burton had found none of this. So obviously the Prime Minister is lying. Let us move on. Finance Minister Dr. Peter Phillips has been heading a PNP court since November 2006.
Oh, so Dr. Peter Phillips are the one that come out and ask about where this man get so much money from, how am I afford all of these things. But why them vex? Because Andrew Holness has made certain assertions about the PNP and individuals that might be corrupt and this and that. when he was leading up to him trying to win the election. Yeah, yes, they have a saying in Jamaica: if you live in a glass house, don't throw stones. Understand? Remember good.
That question Holness financing of its own, indicating that it might not stand up to scrutiny. But Holness has sought to dismiss much of the speculation in a statement that chronicled the building process, his sources of funding, and how he became director of ADMAT. He said Lucia registered company that purchased the land and wish.
Marcia Edley, what revolution, what economy has been revolutionized in Jamaica? Let me just address that comment real quick. What world are you living in? The Jamaican economy is dog-ish. Alright, it is doo-doo. Okay? Doo-doo. Yo, where was the dollar when they came into power? Where was the Jamaican dollar compared to the US dollar? What are you talking about? What economy? Have revolutionized? Man, you got what? Man, listen. The eyeball test alone tells you, do you see the prices of food? You got to be kidding me.
His mansion was built. The Jamaica Labour Party leader said the company was formed after he became education minister in 2007. People, I want you to listen.
That's crazy.
And a need to structure his personal affairs. Open quote. Transparent on the advice. I incorporated an international business company in St. Lucia. This course of action is common practice, particularly for estate planning purposes. The name of the company, ADMAT, is a combination of the names of my two sons, Adam and Matthew. I am the sole director of the company, and the company has 3 shareholders, being my sons and myself. The statement reads. Holness, who has also faced disclosure calls from the Trevor Monroe-led National Integrity Action, said ADMAT was registered in 2008 and declared to the Integrity Commission, and I want you to make note because where we are going next is in deep waters, dark deep waters. 2008, he opened ADMAT. 2008, Andrew Holness joined SSL. I want SSL to ring in every person's ears that I'm speaking tonight. Let us show, right, the sequence of events, right, and how the masterminding of SSL came about. Now let us go back, right? Holness, who has also faced disclosure calls from the Trevor Monroe-led National Integrity Action, said ADMAT was registered in 2008, and let me add, and also Andrew Holness joined SSL in 2008. Bear that in mind, all the persons who are with me. And declared to the Integrity Commission, a creature of the Jamaican Parliament, to which all members must make declarations of income, assets, and liability. Everything I own is physically in Jamaica, which is a lie. Holness said before going to outline how funds were sourced for land purchase and subsequent construction of the house. In late 2010, I started negotiation to purchase a piece of land to construct my family home. People, I want you to listen what Andrew Holness is saying, because the next document that we are going to touch is critical. So listen everything in this particular document and take key notes. And I'm going to give you some advice and the notes that you need to take in this document. In January 2011, I made the first of 4 payments on the land. Now, the first 4 payments on the land, this is the Beverly Hills structure that the big mansion built on.
Big up yourself, Grace Lewis. You know, pay attention to this, you know. Pay close attention to what I'm saying, you know.
Now remember, I covered this before and I told you that Andrew Holness made 4 transactions to pay for the land. So that means Andrew Holness did not have the total cash. I am guiding you through this report. So this is the evidence.
If him never have the money, him just never have the money. So him have to use other means to purchase the land. That means him broke, you know. In a this time, you're listening to people.
That I have been speaking about. I am bringing this evidence tonight, right, for clarity. In January 2011, I made the first of 4 payments on the land. Payments were completed in August 2011. The title was transferred in July 2011. Bear in mind, in 2011, the Prime Minister made 4 transactions in terms of payment for the land. He did not pay in a one-sum loan, because one-sum payment, because he did not have all the money. 2011, the Prime Minister did not have all the money, right? He made 4 transactions. I want people to pay attention, and that is one of the reasons why I'm reiterating that. Holness is denying making the notion, saying while on a visit to Jamaica, document that's claim Philip levels and question at a PNP rally in Manchester on Sunday. Even if that notion was indeed made, Attorney at Law Patrick Bailey says it would not be unusual as Jamaican title office gives different variations of how this can be captured, including the use of the word witness in Jamaica or witness while on visit to Jamaica. Take this document away. I need to speak to my people. I have work to do. right? I have information to reveal. Let us get there. Now, let us settle our mind, capture our thoughts, and project accordingly. Where am I going next is extremely important.
Very.
2011, the Prime Minister made 4 transactions to pay for the land at Beverly Hills. 2008, Andrew Holness joined SSL. The Prime Minister, after being in SSL for 4 years, up to 2011, where we are going to look what happened in 2012, why the Prime Minister have.
Hey, shout out to my brother Mel Dub in the building. What's going on, broski? Salute to you, bro. Any of my peoples in the building that is interested in, you know, some real discussions about the political situation in America with the elections coming up, Mel W is definitely the person. I would recommend that you guys, or one of the persons I would recommend that you guys listen to. Miss Akimi is another one. And O Speaks is another one. Right? And also Kwame Brown, Bus Life. So, hey Mel, could you drop the links of all those people in the chat for me? Thank you kindly.
Millions of dollars. Where did the Prime Minister get millions of dollars to construct his house and use 4 years to finish the house? And the part of the house as it relates to what Zara Burton had investigated, as it relates to the evaluator, the cost was $2 million US.
That's over 100 million Jamaican dollars. So how you not have enough money to pay for the land, then the next year start the payment, start building the house, and you finish the house in 4 years? And in those 4 years, you're looking at a 140 plus million Jamaican dollars. I saw Marcia a while ago say that intelligent people cannot be brainwashed. Intelligent people are critical thinkers. Well, let's critically think about this.
Something not right, my wisdom warriors. Something is not right. Tell about them.
Yeah, something ain't right, Marcia Headley. Something ain't right. If you're a critical thinker and the facts are as presented, you're hearing and seeing the proof. The man didn't have no money left. He scraped to buy the land. And the next year he start building on it. Where did the money come from? Where did the 140 plus million dollars come? Where did that 200 US come from?
All lies will be exposed. That's all. And anyone who takes that the wrong way know why they take it the wrong way.
Stop playing.
People think on what I'm saying.
Think about it.
In 2011, the Prime Minister struck for cash. Used 4 transactions. But before we get there, people, we are going to rest SSL a bit. And we are going to rest 2012, where the Prime Minister started to build. And we are both joined SSL 2012. Honey, this looks like Bangaram. Honey, where's the Mudan Bangaram? No, this is like Bangar. 2011, 4 transactions to pay for the land. 2012, both joined SSL. The Prime Minister started to build his mansion in 2012. And also in 2012, Juliet Holness started to build her development at least flat. Hold it. That building now valued over $800 million.
Wow.
Just bear some patience with me.
Wow.
So since I am speaking about...
Yo, did you hear that? Both Andrew Holness and his wife had an economical come up in 2012. After a year before, the man couldn't pay for it. He had no money left. Where did the money come from? Marcia, I'm not seeing you in the chat. The very intelligent Marcia Headley. Where did the money come from? Huh? Oh, and Judine Starshin. Where's the rubbish? Where's the rubbish in this? It's called facts and evidence. Where did the money come from?
SSL in the current form. Because SSL now reflect in the Integrity Commission report. So then it's now mirroring as it relates to Zaraberg investigation.
Exactly.
Since it is mirroring that.
You know what's sad is the people that actually come in comment sections and try to defend what is not defendable. That, to me, tells me a lot about where this country is, how deeply rooted in corruption we are, and how we are accepting our acceptance of leaders that are absolutely corrupt. Because our pockets are being lined, allegedly. Our pockets are being lined, so we get some of the money, so we don't have no problem. We don't have no problem. Shout out to Double Speaks. Yeah, church is in session. Go sum up to the broski Double Speaks. We don't have no problem. Yo, this is crazy, bro. The people are... Andrew Holness is one person. He's bad. But you guys that defend the foolishness, you are the real problem in Jamaica. In my opinion, you are the real problem in any society. You are a Judas against your own family. You're a Judas against your kids. You're a Judas against your grandpitney, your great-grandpitney, the future of this country. You are a Judas against your own goddamn people. Supporting this nonsense coming from the Prime Minister, supporting this rubbish that they're trying to spin and fool people like people don't have goddamn sense and can't reason and look at the facts and see it for what it is. Oh, trust me, I got the document. I am going to be reading through the document my goddamn self, and I'm going to be doing it live. As tedious as it is, we are going to get all of this documented. If you guys think that this is a 9-day wonder, you got another thing coming. I hear people talking about, oh, that's just going to be a 9-day wonder and people are going to stop talking about it. Hell no. Y'all better buckle up, because the truth is going to be in your face like this for months. The truth is going to be doing this in your face. So y'all better start chewing and swallowing that bitter taste until it becomes sweet. The bitter taste of the truth about your Andrew Holness that y'all worship, your God, the bitter truth. You better start swallowing the bitter truth. Come on home to consciousness. Come on home to freedom of thinking. Come on home to a lack of bondage of being a slave and serving a man, and start serving God. Go and repent. Lord have mercy. This shit is crazy, man. I can't believe these people in the comment section, bro. Are y'all seeing this? Is it just me? Oh, Lord. Oh, my God.
This is where I came in. What was SSL? Before SSL, name SSL. Let us ask some questions before I get into the document. Did the Prime Minister understand the circumstances around SSL?
Oh, again, remember to support the platform. The donation link is pinned in the comment section. Hey, Mel W, could you let me know if the donation link is working? All right. Let me know if the donation link is working.
Yes. Did the Prime Minister aware?
Nah, Pat W. Trust me, they serve a purpose. As long as they're not being disrespectful, allow them to speak.
Of the situation with SSL? The answer is yes. Did the Prime Minister know who you Crashtery was? Yes. Is you Crashtery affiliated with the Jamaica Labour Party?
Voila.
The answer is yes.
You Crashtery.
Come with me, my people. Let us visit the history and the foundation of what we now know as SSL. Let us get into the history. Let us bring up that document. Crashtery shows court. Let us get here. I want to bring.
Hey, Pat W, don't let them bother you. Alright? Like I said, as long as they're not being disrespectful, disrespect I'm not tolerating. Yeah, hey, my man. Yeah, I'm not tolerating no disrespect. Alright? But if they're respectfully putting their point across, whether it's a lie or not, let them speak. Let them speak. Let them have it.
My viewers' mind in a perspective to follow a pattern, follow a sequence, follow a chronological sequence. Let us get here. Cross-Kerry assures court of corporation on Shenyang properties, published Wednesday. So here's Cross-Kerry. People, here's Cross-Kerry. Cross-Kerry. The Supreme Court has lifted the injunction against you, Cross-Kerry, in its capacity as trustee of Phoenix non-owner trust. The stockbroker has announced in a public statement. Justice Marjorie Goldsmith had initially placed an injunction on Cross-Kerry to May 10th and had given him 14 days to declare the locations of all assets held by him on behalf of Phoenix, whether in his own name or nominees. People, I want you to listen. Cross-Kerry says he has given his undertaking to the court not to dispose of any assets held by the trust without notice or consent. The assets were frozen in mid-April on the application of Jamaica's Solicitor General Michael Hilton QC at the time, because Queen Elizabeth was the Queen at the time, who had traced ownership of the properties held by Phoenix to Paul Cheng Young, former head of the collapsed Eagle Group of companies. The Miami court has since lifted the freeze on Cheng Young, which means he's free to transact business with them in that jurisdiction. Let us read on. Cross-Kerry said of his role in the trust that he acted purely in a representative capacity as trustee for a small group of investors who put up the funds to purchase houses. As trustee, he ensured that their investments were protected, and the statement said, just as how Cross-Kerry ensured that the investors in SSL is protected. What an irony.
Wow.
People, I want you to follow me. Bar. The courts in Jamaica and Florida had barred Cheng Young and Cross-Kerry. Let me read back that over. Bar. The courts in Jamaica and Florida had barred Cheng Young and Cross-Kerry for disposing of the assets on the application of Eagle Merchant Bank and Crown Eagle Life, two of Cheng Young's former companies commandeered by the Jamaican government at the advent of the financial sector meltdown. Cross-Kerry has again asserted that the freezing order was not related to its securities brokerage stocks and security limited. Let me repeat that. You let me repeat that. Cross-Kerry has again asserted that the freezing order was not related to its securities brokerage stocks and security limited, formerly Paul Cheng Young and Associates. People, I want you to get that and let that sink into your cranium. Let me read back that over. To tell the Jamaican people where SSL is coming from under the bandulism of Paul Cheng Young and the same you Cross-Kerry.
Man,
This
oh
is
man.
who Andrew Holness and Nigel are affiliated with, knowing that they know that this had committed and this is the situation that caused the meltdown in 1995.
Wow.
This was called the financial meltdown in 1995. The amount of robbery and atrocity Paul Cheng Young. And we have Cross-Kerry hiding assets for Paul Cheng Young. Let us read that back over. Cross-Kerry again asserted that the freezing order was not related to his securities brokerage stocks and security limited, formerly Paul Cheng Young and Associates, of which he is a chairman. This to show you that Cross-Kerry got this company from Paul Cheng Young and Cross-Kerry renamed it into SSL. Hilton presented evidence to the Kingston and Miami court showing that Cheng Young, despite a court order on May 4, 2006, to declare his assets and not to deal with or dispose of any properties without approval. What had done, people? Listen what I've done. I transferred 19 properties to Cross-Kerry on May 12. Let us read that back over.
Wow.
When Cross-Kerry talking about he's innocent and he doesn't know anything about SSL investors. You have done this before, you Cross-Kerry. You have carried out this viciousness before. In this paragraph, Hilton presented evidence to the Kingston and Miami court showing that Cheng Young, despite a court order on May 4, 2006, to declare his asset and not to deal with or dispose of any properties without approval, had transferred 19 properties to Cross-Kerry on May 12, just days after judgment against him to pay over 900 million plus interest. 3 other properties were transferred to Cross-Kerry on May 24 and June 15 of that same year. The Former Eagle boss also held 170 Florida properties in a company of which he was president, director, and treasury. Contempt of court hearing against Cheng Young are set for July 5th, at which time, right, the Solicitor General is expected to argue for this imprisonment. For his imprisonment. Let us take it away.
Hey, bro, Blue. Yeah, remember my pages? Mel, remember Bolo V&R clips especially? Yeah, I need people to go sub up over there. Yeah, where is the SSL report? Where is that report? Because these people that's involved with SSL, Nigel Clark and Andrew Holness, where is Nigel Clark? I mean, bro, the evidence is there. And I'm telling you, Mystic Sensation was in his bag in this goddamn live stream. Lord have mercy.
It's May 23rd, 2007. This was unfolding.
Right? Now.
Yes, sir.
My Jamaican people.
Talk to us.
So we have a history.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Where SSL is concerned. So the question, did the Prime Minister know of this history? Yes.
Mm-hmm.
He knew very well of this history. Right? Mm-hmm. He knew very well of this history. And yet the Prime Minister, having known this history, in SSL and getting money from SSL when SSL was investing, SSL was stealing investors' money. The question, how did the Prime Minister, through the account, right, get return on investment when SSL was investing? Jamaica, don't be stupid. The question to the Prime Minister Andrew Holness today, sir, how did you get return on investment when SSL was not investing clients' money? They were stealing clients' money. So how could you get return on your investment? Jasmine said Mystic Sensation, who he is not able to restrain by gag order like his cabinet. He is threatening to sue. Shonam tactics. Yeah, we hear him.
Hey, big up Phoenicia, Hardrick. I see the comments. You've been commenting in the comment section. Thank you for the contribution. Thank you for the engagement. Do you understand? Big up yourself. We say Andrew Holness Bramwell, Lord of mercy, Bangarang needs to repent and ask God family forgiveness and stop playing a fool of himself. Wrong cannot be right. The PM keep up too much shenanigans. The JLP pretends to be blind. Facts. Absolute facts.
Let us get to the heart of the wickedness and the extreme wickedness of the Prime Minister, where SSL is concerned. The Prime Minister knows very well the history of SSL. And so then tonight, we are going to see, as it relates to why Nigel Clark, why Andrew Holness, knowing very well what SSL did, what Paul Cheng Young and associates had done in 1995, causing the financial meltdown. Why did you associate yourself with SSL? Why? And why? Let me ask you the question. Why is it you alone benefited from SSL?
Think about that. Something to think about. That is something major to think about. Why is it that he's the only one that benefited and everybody else lost? Isn't that weird? I think that's a good question. You know what I would focus on? One of the things I would focus on as just a regular citizen of Jamaica that is looking at all of this from the news and everything that's coming out. They need to investigate Nigel Clark's, and maybe they already are, because the 8 was mentioned when he was in Parliament. So Nigel Clark might be one of the 8. Right? They need to investigate those what do they call it? Charities. They need to investigate those charities. Those non-profit charities, yeah, they need to investigate them. Yeah, man, they need to investigate them. The ones that he directed, Nigel Clark directed. We still try to find the clip when Nigel Clark slipped up and said he slipped up and alluded to Andrew Holness and him actually owning one of those non-profits. And he came out and then retracted and said, no, that was that was a mistake. He didn't. So Andrew Holness is not tied in anything that he's tied into. You understand? But I'm waiting to find that clip. But let's continue.
Everyone else lose from SSL. Only the Prime Minister and you prosperity benefited from SSL. Why? That is, sir, you need to come and explain that. Phil need to ask you these questions.
Yes.
Now, let
Very
us show you
much
the ultimate wickedness in terms of what the Prime Minister had done. But before I go there, do you remember when...
Oh yes, and why them a close Parliament? Red Pan Rome. Why are they closing Parliament this Tuesday? But we're gonna get to that, trust me.
Portia Simpson, right? As to you, sir.
Guys, keep liking and sharing the live. Well, if you like the live already, we need you to share the live. Share with 2 person, share with 5 person, share with 10 person, share the live.
Measures, and so then he has to use certain money from NHT, right, to catch up the budget. And where the Jamaica Labour Party went against that. Try to tear down Portia Simpson. Tear down Portia Simpson. But look people, what?
No, so Portia didn't want to take money from the NHT and they was so against it. But isn't the NHT now allegedly the personal purse of Andrew Holness and Nigel Clark and the government? They keep borrowing from the NHT like an impersonal bank. I want to go on. Something alright. Something alright.
Something alright, my wisdom warriors. Something is not right.
Something alright.
Tell about them.
10th of October, is when Nigel Clark immunity will come in effect. How will you say to me?
Andrew, Nigel Clark has now done with SSL on the next clip. Let us get to the next clip.
Let's go.
NHT among public bodies.
All lies will be exposed. That's all. And anyone who takes that the wrong way know why they take it the wrong way.
NHF and NHT, which is National Health Fund and the National Housing Trust, among public bodies with funds invested in scandal hit SSL. Several public bodies have significant sums invested at the fraud hit Stocks and Securities Limited. Finance Minister Dr. Clark has revealed. Clark made the revelation Monday during a press conference to address the unfolding fraud at the investment firm, which has affected dozens of investors, including national icon Usain Bolt, whose account has reportedly been fleeced of $12.75 million.
Before we have 165 people watching. I don't think there are that many haters watching right now. Cannot be.
US dollars are approximately Jamaican $2 billion. The massive multi-billion fraud is the biggest in the last 2 decades.
No, respectfully, Marcia, could you please ask better questions in the chat? Why is he the only one benefit? It magnifies your ignorance of financial matters. Huh? Do you know how much people lost their money? Didn't you just not hear the individuals that started SSL and their history of crimes? And the fact that the Prime Minister knew about that, and Nigel Clark, and they still associated themselves with these people, and even promoted SSL. Said, Bold, yeah man, put your money in it, allegedly. Right? You don't see nothing wrong with that? And then at the end of the day, he co-signed alleged criminals, and then he was the only one that made money, and everybody else lost money. When the history of those people is the same thing that happened before in the other companies that they were a part of. You don't see the pattern in that.
And perhaps the largest in Jamaica's
God,
history.
bro.
Clark, in response to questions from reporters, shared that the National Health Fund has a balance of approximately $740 million. The National Housing Trust has a balance of $238 million. The NIF, which is the National Insurance Fund, has a balance of $8.4 million. The Jamaica Agricultural Society has a balance of just under $9 million. And the Jamaica Banana Industry Catastrophe Fund has a balance of $98,285. This is the information that has been provided to me by the temporary manager of SSL, Clark says. SSL is the second oldest brokerage firm in Jamaica with more than 9,000 accounts, with 6,000 of which are set to be active. The securities dealer has approximately 300 accounts and private wealth management.
Okay, take it away, honey. Now let me talk to the people as it relates to the next clip that I'm going to present. Now we have seen Nigel Clark, right? Yeah. Now, as I call to him, going to the IMF, But we have seen the Prime Minister as it relates to the Integrity Commission report and how the Prime Minister uses his company as it relates to so-called charity, right? Channeling money through, right, his company, but then pocket it or converted it to his personal use. Not only the Prime Minister has done that. So what I want to show Jamaica in this twist, that Nigel Clark seems to be running away from other things.
Yes.
Let us get back to, again, one of the best investigators in the Caribbean, Zara Burton, who take a peep.
Nigel Clark smelly rat. Nigel Clark know what is coming. Nigel Clark realize say people in my Persia government to table the report. Nigel Clark know whether or not him under investigation or not, you know. You think you don't know the other 7 people them know so them under investigation, you know. So when you see Nigel Clark was about to say my cut, you know say all well thinking, intelligent Jamaicans about hold on. Something, alright? Election year and your Minister of Finance is leaving. When there is so much money is missing, 700 billion in a healthcare, how much million in a Holness office missing and unaccounted for. Eh? Where you go? What you say? A blind man can't see what going on, so. A blind man.
Into Nigel Clark. So then we're going to see some patterns, a very similar behavior with Nigel Clark, so-called charity foundation.
Yeah, man, on a share up your life, people, share up your life.
And you're going to see other patterns with other member of parliament, possibility of the other illicit, right, persons for illicit enrichment, members of parliament, who the Integrity Commission, taking out companies, utilizing it as charity, and converting the money to their personal use, using the Jamaican people. Let us get into Nigel Clark. 18 degrees.
Talk about it. What kind of people they may lead the country? Jesus Christ.
Now let us make it up for the people. Did Jamaica's Finance Minister Dr. Nigel Clark use a tax-exempt charity for political purposes? And can he? The question asks. Now, last month, Jamaica Finance Minister Dr. Nigel Clark won praise for the country's removal from the international grey list of the Global Watchdog Financial Action Task Force. For the past 4 years, he had been the ministerial point person on enhancing the country's counter-terrorism financing and anti-money laundering regime, including getting Parliament to pass legislation to strengthen monitoring of the nation's non-profit sector. And in the meantime, hypocritically, look at what he has been doing. Here is Nigel Clark, hypocritically, right, enhancing the country's counter-terrorism financing and anti-money laundering regime, including getting Parliament to pass legislation to strengthen monitoring of the nation's non-profit sector. And in the meantime, look what is happening. But an 18 Degrees North probe has found that Dr. Clark's own tax-exempt charity deserves scrutiny. My. This is the hypocrite of the day. His Growth and Opportunity Trust Limited set up to serve his Northwest St. Andrew constituency by providing relief of property and to promote the advancement of good citizenship and community development. Right, that is what he set up the fund for. Has raised more than $91 million, $631,000
wow.
644 in donations from unexplained sources between its inception in 2018 and 2023. It's also spent about $84 million, $581,460 over that same time period, with little indication as to how that money was spent. So there is no proof, right? Nowhere that investigation show that all the money that go into Nigel Clark so-called charity foundation and where he put it up, relief of property. This is how they manipulate the poor people, collecting money on behalf of the poor people, but they are not seeing 1 cent. The money is converted into their personal use. I want people to understand what I'm reading here. Over that same time period, with little indication as to how that money was spent. Of note is that the foundation 2 most lucrative odds occurred during election years, according to the foundation financial file at the company's office beginning in January 2023. So some of these charities are related to Nigel Clark, Andrew Holness, and the other illicit members who we don't know. Right? Some of those charities that they are setting up, so you don't know who are the persons who are funding these charity on it. It could be drug dealers. It could be outside
anybody at all, exactly.
Person. So this is how the charity foundations being used as a laundry machine. Right? Whenever this laundry machine being turned on in Jamaica.
I told y'all, man, I watched the video about them drug dealers and how they wash their money and move their money around. All right, these non-profit organizations, you got to look into them, because how their money, they have to give an account of their money. If there's no checks and balances about where the money is coming from and such stuff like that, see, somebody can make an anonymous donation in these nonprofits. Bro, these people are slick. These people are slick. If you can't give account for how the money was used to show, okay, can you imagine somebody, Fitzroy, big up yourself. Can you imagine if me, a regular, y'all can hear me? Okay, I'm on YouTube. Can you imagine I'm on YouTube and I say, yo, I need y'all to donate to my GoFundMe. I am going to use the money to help the kids and help homeless people. Let's keep it a buck. Don't you guys want to see video from me helping kids and helping homeless people? Don't you guys want to see me make videos with the receipts of every dollar that was spent? So why is it when it come on to the politician like Nigel Clark that has a non-profit, right, with $91 million plus being earned, and he says the purpose of the non-profit is to help poor people? Why is it we don't get a detailed sheet showing the receipts? Oh, we bought this amount of clothes, beds, we bought this amount of food. Why is there no video showing them giving out the food, giving out the beds, giving out whatever it is that they're actually doing with the $91 million? Why is it that you guys don't pressure them to show and prove them using all that money? But a little old YouTuber like me, if I was to ever do a GoFundMe, bruh, first of all, I wouldn't get that much support. Second of all, the minuscule support that I would get, I would have to make sure that I gave you every single receipt to make sure not even a dollar was put my way, which nothing is wrong with that. My point is, why do you guys let the damn politicians off the hook? Why do you guys let the people that is in high society off the hook? Why do you guys make excuses for these people when there is a clear evidence of real, genuine suspicion that there is acts of immorality going on? Money laundering, freaking tax invasion. There is clearly enough in this report for you to go, wow, how in the world did that happen? And we have people in my comment section capping. You know what I do? I just send a generated response. When I see the foolishness, I just send I'm like, thanks for the comment. I'm like, go and watch this, share this with your family so you can prepare for the tsunami and the earthquake that is in the prophecy that's coming. Go repent. That is I just send generic responses, because if I really answer y'all with the foolishness in the comment section, oh my God, how much evidence do you need? I'm talking about, like, seriously? You people in the comment section, you gotta be getting paid. How much they paying y'all to write nonsense in the comment section? Seriously, you cannot be doing this for free. There is no way you are an intelligent person. As a matter of fact, you did not read the report. You did not look at anybody that read the report. You don't know nothing about the report. You just heard Nationwide say something. You just heard the Prime Minister say something and you just ran with it. You did not even look at the document yourself. How do you continue to do this? How does this serve you or your family in the future? Ladies and gentlemen, you are shooting yourself in your own foot. As a matter of fact, the way this is going, you are about to do a Russian roulette. Right? The more you defend this foolishness, you are literally putting a GUN to your head of your future, your kids' future, your grandkids' future, your great-great-grandkids' future, and 10, 15 generations down the line. Make it make sense. This is all wrong. Andrew Holness must resign now. He's not help. If you are a die-hearted JLP, you should be saying the same thing because he's not helping your party. You think any well-thinking Jamaican is going to vote for Andrew Holness in the next election after all of this came out? Man, you must have lost your cotton-picking mind, bro. Ain't no goddamn way. Cause you must be on the slave plantation still thinking like that, huh? Man, man, listen. Let me stop. What?
And we watching, we stay here in Canada and hear them loud, ringing, right? Because we hear like a laundry machine ringing in. Okay, let us move on. Now, people, I want to show you, right, this barcode scale of the income expenditure of the Growth Opportunity Trust, right here. Notice, 2018, how much gone into the trust? $27.8 million. Here's it, people, 2018. And this was when Nigel Clark, right, is doing his campaign. So,
hey, Indigenous, change a salute. Althea Alwood, salute. Even though you type in, hey, don't spam anything in the chat. If you spam any words like that, I will block you. All right? Don't come in my chat with no spamming. You said that already. If I see it again, you up out of here. Period. Same thing with PMP. Don't be spamming nothing in the chat. I don't want to see PMP. I don't want to see UIC. I don't want to see none of that. No spamming in the chat. You will be blocked. You will be kicked out the chat 86K 24 hours before you can type again. Please believe.
What you're seeing here, people, let me let you understand it. There's a large amount of money, $27.8 million during Nigel Clark campaign in 2018, right? But after the campaign, people, what you notice? It dies down. You see like 15.5 million.
There is no scrutiny. There is no scrutiny to put on the PMP. The PMP is not under investigation. The PMP has signed the code of conduct. Andrew Holness has not, and anybody in the JLP has not. No wonder why. Shit, 8 of them is on the investigation for illicit enrichment. No wonder why. Look at the report. No wonder he didn't sign the code of conduct. No wonder why. Right? The PMP is not under no scrutiny, man. Who was it the other day that got charged by the Integrity Commission from the PMP? Right? He was charged. Andrew Holness, they are telling us he's not supposed to go to court for it. The lady, what's her name, from the IC, she should be investigated as well. That came to that decision. Right? They need to investigate her and look into her situation. What the hell going on with her? Because no well-thinking person saw all of this information on the Integrity Commission report and said, nah, it's not enough to take him to court. Huh? He should be in court right now answering questions to this. Right now. Crazy, bro.
In 2019, 8.2 million, right? 10.3 million. But look again, people. When the election coming again in 2020, what we see happen here? During the COVID, people, Andrew Holness and Nigel Clark during the COVID. These things are happening during the COVID. Andrew Holness and Nigel Clark. Look what happened. $35.3 million.
Wow.
Get into Nigel Clark Charity 2020. This was the election. So 2018 was the election, was Nigel Clark campaign to get into Parliament. 2020 was the general election where $35.3 million went into Nigel Clark Charity Foundation. And see, when there is no election, 2021, 1.6. It dropped to 5.8, a little in 2022, right, 9.7, in 2023, 15.3, 12.3, right, 2023. No, this is what you...
Listen, man, I just said I am going to read the entire report on here. I'm talking about the parts of the report that have been made public, that you have watched and seen the parts of the report that have made public. That alone, the 28 accounts alone is a red flag. Taking money from the charity, right? To enrich yourself and do investment for yourself to grow your own wealth, that's a red flag. Right? There's many red flags that has been made public. That is enough for them to go, we need to investigate this guy. We need to find out where these monies came from that he cannot account for. Yeah, we need names and places. Yeah, we need all that. Why does he have a account with somebody that he pays salary for? What is that? Why would you have to be on the account with the person that you pay salary for? If they got an account, you could just send the money from your account to their account. Why do you got a joint account? Right? Why is AdMac in St. Vincent and not Jamaica?
You are talking about in 2018, the year Dr. Clark was first elected to Parliament in a special election. The foundation took in roughly $28 million, or $198,196. We sank to just over about $8 million, or in US dollars, $56,854 in 2019. In 2020, the year of the general election, donations shot up again, surpassing $35 million, or in US dollars, $244,349. They plunge again in 2021 and $1.6 billion. Let us take that away. So I think that the people get the idea in terms of what I'm talking. Because since I am on the last document, we are going to stress and argue a bit, and then we get to Jeopardy, because we know that Jeopardy people are waiting. So let us start now, people. Right? When we look and see as it relates to money go into the Prime Minister so-called charity foundation, and where the evidence as it relates to the investigation of the Integrity Commission investigators found out that, okay, this money that put into the Prime Minister charity foundation and now being misappropriated, embezzled, right, and converted to the Prime Minister's own personal use. It's now in the Prime Minister's personal account, bank account.
Damn.
Think of what I'm saying to you, please.
Damn.
No, here is Nigel Clark. That we see that Nigel Clark also a charity foundation. And what is happening? What is happening to it?
CMP.
Right? Who are the persons who are funding
where the money
into
from?
these?
Exactly.
As it relates to Nigel Clark. Who are they? Right? And so then Jobs, Barons, could be pushing money into Nigel Clark Charity Foundation. One thing is for sure, that Nigel Clark Charity Foundation, in his 2018 campaign, a lot of money pushed into that. 2020, for the general election, again, a lot of money, up to $55 million, pushed into that. Now, and based on Nigel Clark and Andrew Holness, you will never be able to get the identity of these persons who are funding these campaigns. Now, let me switch and ask PSOJ a question.
Talk to them.
So PSOJ, you have seen the investigation report that carried out by the Integrity Commission investigator. And you have seen clearly, right, what being pursued here. Tax evasions and illicit enrichment and possibly money laundering. I noticed that I have not been hearing anything from the PSO.
No, you're wrong, Marcia. A public official does not have a private life. You work for the people. Your life is public. Your life is public. Your life comes under public scrutiny. You work for the people. You're on television every day. People can look you up and know the names of your kids, where you live, all it. Why do you think they have these declarations? No, it's not the same. It's not the same.
Jay. Yes, Jay, please talk to us. Tell the Jamaican people as it relates to what you think pertaining to the Integrity Commission investigation, and where the Prime Minister stands. And do you believe that the Prime Minister should stand in the way, right, to prevent the investigation, or the Prime Minister should step aside and allow the investigation to carry on? We are asking these questions. Umbrella group of churches, let me call upon you, since you talk about morality. Is the umbrella...
Oh God, me can't even talk about the church them in Jamaica. Some enough of them is so quiet. All these religious people, we say them are Christian and say them are this and say them are that. So quiet. Eh? Me I watch Talking Mind TV the other day, and he must show this young girl, 8-year-old, right? and her body was found behind a police station allegedly, and how the government take over her funeral, that was very disturbing. The implications in that story, even the grandmother said, like them sacrifice her and her blood and no blood never in her body. Yo, I wanna talk about say, hey, me tell you something, man. I found say when I go to church, and I support some devil, you know. And I support some devil not government, you know. And some devil prime minister, you know. That me I tell you know, some devil MP, you know. People wrap up in a all form of evil and iniquity, you know. But you can never even imagine, you know. We don't have no look. We don't have no discernment. Right? God never blessing you with no discernment. If you pick up on the evil and when in front down the one I support. Right? You never get no vision that and see the type of iniquity through the spiritual realm where them people are going with. Eh? Wow. What am I tell you? Spiritually blind, but say them a Christian. That's crazy. Now this is a dark day in Jamaica. This is a midnight. This is an eclipse we are going with film situation.
A group of churches going to respond in saying that enough is enough. We need transparency and balance. Where is the umbrella group of church? Where is the PSOJ in terms of this dilemma? However, let me give a warning before I hand over, right? Before I take some calls, because I will take in some calls. Let me give a warning, my Jamaican people. You have seen what I have expressed here tonight. I have asked you that you are going to get the opportunity to make a difference. To make a difference in both your life, your children's life, and your generation. What we are talking about, voters, is we are building a nation. We want to have transparency in our government, good leadership in our government.
Right.
And so, in saying this, we are asking you that if you are not enumerated, September the 30th is the last that you're going to get the opportunity.
8 days to go, guys. 8 days to go.
Please, for persons who have not yet enumerated,
are 7 days to go.
Bear in mind of the information. Bear in mind that you're an independent thinker. Bear in mind that you need to weigh in the balance.
And for the independent thinkers, just understand the only two options is the PNP and the UIC. Alright? And forever, and there's independent candidates. If you want to vote them into your constituency and your guys are behind them and think you know they have good plans for the people, vote them in. But the JLP is not an option. The JLP has shown me that none of them from top to bottom has the cahoots, the balls, the moral compass to come out and denounce Andrew Holness. None of them don't have it. After reading that report, none of them don't have any integrity. They come and say, oh, we are behind this. Crazy.
Where the evidences are concerned, you look on them, you assess them. Please, we are providing you with this research so that you can make an informed decision in putting the X beside the head. Putting the X beside the head. I will wait my moment and I am now taking calls.
That is it. This man did an excellent job, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure that you guys go and sub up to him. He showed you the SSL connection. He showed you how the money spiked for Andrew Holness after just a year before. He couldn't even pay for a land. He had to scrape to pay for the land, for that property. And all of a sudden, he came into all of this money within a 4-year period. That house was built over our $2 million US, right? All the information is there. All the red flags are there that are clear to be seen by sensible and well-thinking Jamaicans. You understand? So here we go on. You make me know what to think about this in the comment section. You don't know what me think already. Straight red flag. Them need to go to court, right? And make the law of the land decide and go deep in them findings and do deep investigation, right? Because the man cannot declare him assets. It is not approved. And this is the Prime Minister of the country. What a damn disgrace. What a damn disgrace. Right? But I'm only thinking in our comment section. This is unbelievable, man. Wow. This is unbelievable.